Morning folks, Andy here and welcome back into the workshop. Just an update on this little bandsaw. So, you know, we had a look at it, unboxing and all have you, and what we need to have a look at is does it actually work? You know, is it fit for purpose? So, been using this about a month now. It came with 2 blades. I've gone through 1 blade, second blade's on, and I've cut quite a bit with that as well. So I've got the footage where it's off the stand and just handheld. Right, we'll put it to the test. We've got this channel to saw off now. It's 120 by 60 mil channel. Right, so it's gone straight through that, no problem. That's 5 mil it's just gone through. And these are like 10 mils. Right, so that's the cut we've just achieved, and that's spot on, that, absolutely. Nice, smooth cut. Just so, let's have a look. Spot on that. Yeah, spot on that. It is down to the user, I suppose, to get it nice and square. But that's a great cut, that. You haven't got to clean that up. So I think that's a win, that. That's a great job, that. It's impressive, really, a little thing like that. And there's some thickness there. So I thought I'd just test it, see how much it will do. But yeah, no problem with that. Very good. Right, I'm going to knock these corners off using the bandsaw now, so we'll have a go with that. I mean, you would normally use the cutting disc and cut them off. They get a bit noisy, them, and dust everywhere and what have you, so we'll see how the bandsaw copes with it. Right, that's the cut we've just done, the 2 cuts. So I think I'm very pleased with them, nice and smooth. And I'll put it back on now and onto the stand, and we'll have a look at how it performs like that, see if it does a square cut or not. So we'll get on with it. Right, so gone through that like a knife through butter. We'll have a look what it's cut like. That's square, that's not running out. So that's a decent cut and across the edges. So yeah, that's cuts well. Right, so that's cut through that. I did notice when it cut through, the blade didn't come straight up. It looks like it's run out a little bit because it was catching on the steel coming up. So we'll have a look. Right, you see there's a slight run out. That's only about a mil over 40 mil. So that's cut 40 mil with 75 and a wall thickness of 6 mil, quarter of an inch, and that's what that's cut. Let's see if it's square across there. I've not looked yet, we just took it off the saw, and that's bang on. That is bang on that. So it's run out about a mil going down, which the bolts, the 3 bolts on here, it's running out a little bit. If I put a shim in, I bet I can square that up, but that's only a mil out, and that's pretty hefty stuff, that. You know, you're not going to be cutting much more thickness than this. It's on a project like. So you can see, well, that's the slither. So that's well, that's spot on really. You're not going to get much better than that on anything. So this little saw, I've looked at them for quite a while. You know, on the old YouTube and what have you, people using them. And there's a guy on there, he's called Joshua Delisle. What they call it, he's a Summit blacksmith. He's a blacksmith anyway, this lad. And he's very good, his channel. He does some great stuff, making all sorts of sculptures and various machines. He's switched on all right what he's doing. And he's bought one of these. Right, and that, I think it's a Shepak one. It's exactly the same as this. The ones in Aldi, I think it's Aldi or Lidl, I think called Parkside. It's the same saw. It's just a different colour, you know, it's just badged different. Right. So I've been using it about a month. I've used it and I wonder how I've ever done without it, because it is so good. When you cut steel, I mean, they think, oh, I've got a big saw in there. That's a fantastic bit of kit. This, you just take with you on the job where you're working, and you can do it at the side of you. You know, it's a really good piece of kit. Now that was 140 something pounds. I think about 149 pounds or something like that from Vevor direct from them. I mean, I bought it. I've nothing to do with Vevor or anything. Nobody's given me out. I'm just trying it out, put it on so people, if you're wondering if they're worth buying or not, you know. So it's a good piece of kit. I'm saying that's like just under 150 quid. I think the Shepak one, it's exactly the same saw. It's 220, and I did see a listing for them at Lidl or something, or Aldi, I can't remember which one, and I think they were close on 200 quid. So direct from them, it's 149 pounds, I think, at the moment. And I did get them within 2 days, this and the welding set I got, which we'll have a look at. But that is a great bit of kit. And obviously even stick some wood in it. I've never tried cutting any wood. It's not a wood blade, it's a steel blade. So, no problem there, straight through it. And that's bang on square, that. So, would I recommend them? Yes, I would. I'm saying that because they're worth buying and using. They save you a lot of time, they're easy to use. You get 2 blades with it. If whatever you're cutting, always put a bit of oil on it. No matter what saw you're using, so, you know, put it on wood obviously, but on steel. You've got to help it, get a fighting chance, you know. it'll prolong the life of the blade as well. Right, so it's cut a lot of steel, that second blade, and you're looking at paying sort of around £10-ish for a blade. Maybe you get them a quid less or something like that if you're buying packs of 3 or 5, I've seen. So I would definitely have one of them. I don't know what I've done with them, but there were 2 covers for there, and they're just a waste of time. They just get full of this swarf, like. So I've just took them off and leave them off, and they don't do anything. They're not protecting you from out. It's all enclosed. I mean, that's even with those on. You know, obviously you're cutting areas, the danger bit. You're not going to stick your hands in there, I don't think. So I'm not bothering putting them back on. Also, when I've used it, I get the airline, just blow it all out. It's clean as a whistle then. So I think that's one of the best bits of kit I've ever bought anyway. So I would definitely have one of them. If you've got a use for one, don't be worried, that's a good bit of kit, and definitely get it. All right, ta-ra.